Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
All right, and so let's see, Mr. Serrano. Let's see who you have first here.
They're all custody, Your Honor.
Right. So, Bobby. Let's see. Let's mute.
This is Richard.
Richard. Okay, that's who I have first. All right. So let's go on the record in the matter of the City of Wyandotte versus Richard Vega, 26504 A and B. And counsel.
Your Honor, good morning, Richard T. Serrano. Wait, Your Honor, today I appear as I need counsel for arraignment only on behalf of with my client currently in custody. And sir, please state your name loudly for the record.
Richard Vega Jr.
Okay, you're a junior.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And counsel, I believe that there are three defendants. They're all brothers, correct? And then they're all involving the same incident. Is that correct?
That's correct, Your Honor. I've asked each of them individually on the interviews if they have any problem with me representing them for arraignment purposes only. And they each said we have no problem, but I'll ask again. Mr. Vega, do you understand this? We're arraigning you only, entering the plea of not guilty. And I am also going to do the same for your brothers who are also in custody. Is it okay for me to act as your attorney for arraignment only on this day?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
And Your Honor, as to the arraignment, I advise my client of the nature of all charges against him. He understands them. Thereby, we wait for reading today. Stand mute. Ask for pleas and not guilty to be entered on all charges.
Okay. So the court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty for purposes of the arraignment. And so, counsel, we're going to have to go past the 14 days because the 29th is an extremely, let me see.
I remember it was pretty busy.
The 29th is, well, I will have to go with the 29th. Or the next one is May 13th because I'm in a conference on the 6th. And I don't know what I'm doing for bond, so I can't even address that at this point.
Does the court have a preference as to which day, Your Honor? We'll waive the time if necessary.
Oh, then we can do May 13th. That's definitely a much well, as of now, I believe it's a much less busy day, but
Mr. Vega, the court's alluding to that you have the right to have your pretrial within 14 days of the date, but that's a very, very long docket. We're asking to waive those days and put it on to May 13th. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
okay. Then we will waive the time and we will schedule this matter for a pretrial on May 13th. $9:15. All right. All right, 9:15 a.m. And then counsel as to bond.
As to bond, Your Honor, my client is 22 years old, a single, sports no minor children. He lives with family. Your Honor, he is on probation to the Third Circuit Court on a felony matter that he pled to, pleading eluding, and he believes that there's a warrant for it. With that, I told him that it's going to be up to the court as to your bond. He has nothing else pending other than that. He's not on probation or parole anywhere else. And Your Honor, he works full time for Freeman's Landscaping. This is the very busy time of the year. He would certainly request a personal bond or bond he can reasonably expect to post to Kansas. Thank you.
All right. So, sir, you are on probation from the Third Circuit Court
Yes, ma'am.
for fleeing and eluding out of this court.
I think it is for this court. I can't really remember, but yeah, it was like when I was 17 on a mini bike.
All right, well, that was from 2021. So did you abscond from that case and that's why you're still on probation?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, there we go. And the warrant that's out for your arrest, what out of which jurisdiction is that, sir?
I can't remember. I think I just know it's Third Circuit. Maybe Detroit. I don't really know.
The warrant is fairly superior, from what he's told me.
Right, but I believe that you all live at the same address, right? Because I think somewhere along the way, the police report missed a number, but. Hold on just a moment, because my Zoom went out and came back on. Okay, well, given that your client, what is going on my computer? Given that your client has a warrant out for his arrest, he's on probation for fleeing and eluding, and the nature of these charges is not too far off of that. The court's going to order the following bond. Sir, do you have a valid license?
No, it's expired.
You fail. You're currently on probation. You failed to appear in court. Do you have any other pending matters, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. The court, given all of that information, the court's going to order a $10,000, 10% bond. In the event you post bond, sir, you're not to operate a motor vehicle, even if you do get a license valid. And you're not to possess or have access to any firearms or weapons, and you are not to possess or consume any alcohol or drugs unless prescribed.
Yes,
And then
ma'am.
we will see you back on May 13th.
I appreciate it. You have a good day, Your Honor.
You as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. And so is the next one we have here, Isaac?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's go on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte versus Isaac Vega 26506.
Your Honor, good morning. Richard P. Serrano, P. 33828. I appear as a MIDC counsel on behalf of with my in custody, arraignment only. And Your Honor, today I've had the opportunity to explain to my client the nature of the charges, all maximum penalties involved, all of his constitutional rights. He understands them. Thereby today we waive formal rating, stand mute, ask for a plea of not guilty to be entered on his behalf.
What's the other one? 503.
Sir, please state your name for the record.
Other case number that I just gave you for Richard is that 503. Hold on, counsel.
Oh,
He was 504.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. And so, Mr. Vega, your name for the record, please.
Nick Alexander Vega.
All right. And sir, you heard what your attorney indicated as far as, do you have any issue with Mr. Serrano representing you and both of your brothers for arraignment purposes only?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Counsel, then as to the arraignment.
as I said, Your Honor, we waive formal reading standard.
All right. The court will waive the formal reading, enter a plea of not guilty. And are you able to go over time with your client in this matter as well?
No, I did not, Your Honor. Mr. Vega, your brother Richard consented to waiving the 14-day time period for you to have your next proceeding. You have the right to have that proceeding within 14 days of your arraignment, which is today. Do you waive that time period and want to be seen in the same day and time with your brothers?
So the same court date as them?
Yes, that probably will be.
Yes.
We have
I'm
no
fine
problem
with
with
that.
waiver,
All right.
Your Honor.
Okay. The court will indicate pretrial May 13th at 9:15 a.m. Okay, that's the night when we put them all together. All three, yeah. All right, and so then counsel as to bond.
Your Honor, my client is 19 years old. He is not on probation or parole, has no criminal matters pending in the world. Your Honor, he does live with family as well. He also works at the same place his brother Richard does, that would be freelance landscaping. He works full time. It is a busy time of the year, so he wants to try to maintain employment. Due to his clean record and no contacts with the courts up to this point, we ask the court to consider a personal bond or a bonding he reasonably expect to post.
All right, sir, and who do you live with at your home?
I live with my mom and my brothers.
And you're not on probation or parole anywhere, sir?
Oh, ma'am.
Have you ever failed to appear in court for any reason? Sir, have you ever failed to appear in court for any reason?
No, Your Honor.
Are you out on bond in any other jurisdiction?
No, ma'am.
All right. The court will note that while Mr. Vega doesn't have any criminal history or prior criminal history, that the nature of the charges are sufficient enough to warrant a $3,500 10% bond. So in the event you post bond, you're not to possess or have access to any firearms or weapons. Do you have any of those, sir?
Ma'am.
I'm sorry?
No.
Okay. Okay, we'll see you back on May 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, and then we are on the record in the matter of the city of Wyandotte versus Anthony Vega, 26505.
Your Honor, Toronto P 338, wait hearing on behalf of with my client, presently in custody. This is the next set for arraignment only. Sir, please state your name loudly for the record.
Anthony Ellis Vega.
All right, counsel, did you want to go over the potential conflict as well?
I will. Mr. Vega, I represented your brothers Isaac and Richard today for arraignment only, as I'm going to represent you. Do you recall we discussed the possible conflict, and for arraignment purposes, you agreed to let me represent all you as well as your brothers today? Is that correct?
Can you say it one more time?
Okay. Do you have any problem with me representing all of you for arraignment purposes only?
No, sir.
Right. Also, your court date may be set at the same time as your brother's cases. I think that would be best. They waived their right to have their pretrial within 14 days. It's going to go a little bit beyond. Is that okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Right, Your Honor. We waive that.
All right. The court will note time waived. In record, waive formal reading, enter plea of not guilty, schedule this matter for May 13th at 9:15 a.m.
Yes, we do waive the full reading.
I'm sorry, I thought you said, I'm stepping ahead on that. Okay. And then, counsel as to bond.
As to bond, Your Honor, my client is not on probation or parole. He's single, 18, of course, no minor children. He lives with his family, as he stated. Your Honor, nothing pending. Yes, he was one of the three people involved in the same factual pattern. We asked for a personal bond or bonding with respect to post. He's not licensed personally, or
All right, sir, why are you not working?
I was supposed to be moving with my brother, and I have a guaranteed factory job with him, but I don't know.
Is that a different brother than Richard or Isaac?
It's Cassidy Vega.
All right, so when are you supposed to be moving with your brother?
I was supposed to be moving with him Saturday, but then this happened.
where are you going to be moving to, sir?
To Waterford.
All right, do you have any other pending matters?
I don't.
Looks like he has a clean criminal history.
And what is your brother's name that you're moving in with?
Cassidy Vega.
All right, sir. When's the last time that you were employed?
Maybe a year ago at McDonald's.
How are you supporting yourself, sir, over the last year?
I was doing a little bit of lawnscaping with them under the table, but that stopped. And during the winter, I was shoveling. I saved up a little bit, as much as I could, but I've been living with my brothers and my mom. That's why I was
All
supposed to
right.
be moving with my brother, so I had an opportunity there.
Okay, based upon the nature of the charges, the court's going to order a $3,500 10% bond. You're not to possess or have access to any firearms and or any weapons. Do you have any of those, sir?
No, Your Honor.
All right. We'll see you back May 13th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Three brothers standing in a row. I got the same old trouble, same place to go. I'm putting down the rakes and the landscaping gear. Facing the judge, oh my dear, oh my dear. Show back up to court or you'll rue the day. Better mow those lawns and stop running away.